Hi, I'm Radona from Boys and Girls Hairstyles. Today what we're going to do is, I've had dark in the back of my hair, and we're going to bring the blonde down and leave a little bit of dark in the back with a 5N. So I'm just going to have Missy explain what she's going to do, just to show you guys, and then we'll just watch her color this part and weave it. Anyway, I'll just have her explain it to you.
Okay, so we're going to take out a lot of this dark. So usually when I start, I'll just part it down the middle into two sections, and she wants it to be, are you going just like from the top of your ears down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're just going to part that off and make sure you get your part straight. I mean, obviously you don't want it crooked, or your color is going to look crooked when you're finished. It'll be, you won't have a straight color line. You'll be able to tell when you look at it that it's not the same on both sides. So make sure you part it correctly. And okay, all right, so we have that, you can see. So we're going to take, like a couple inches of the dark out. So, and leave it. Okay, so we've already mixed her 5N. It's been mixed with 10 volume, just for deposit only. Usually when I do it, we're going to put it on the whole head, but I go through and just go around the outside and do the perimeter first. Make sure you get all those little hairs at the bottom. Of course, you're going to need a pair of gloves. Anytime you're working with a dark color, it's going to color your skin, so make sure you cover up your hands and your clothes, so if you get it on you. And of course, anytime you do a color, you want to work in sections to make sure you get all the hair. You don't want to just stick it on, because then you don't know if you've got it to cover all of it. When you get that all on, if you're unsure, you could comb it through slightly. I feel pretty good about getting all that on, but if you have really thick hair or something, or really long hair, you may want to make sure. So, and then I usually will just clip that up to get it out of the way. Okay. Not everyone does this either. I usually I'll just cover it a little bit with some foil, even until I get my other foils in, and then if I need to move them, I can. Just so when the hair falls down, it doesn't fall on that dark hair and pick up the color and have it transfer. So, now we're going to take a center part and start working our way up. And we've done some bleach with 40 volume. You're going to need a high volume of peroxide to lift that dark. And then when you weave it, you're going to want to weave it really, probably pretty heavy, because you're trying to get rid of the dark color. So, but thinner sections. So, if that makes sense, okay, so you're going to take a small section. You're going to work in smaller, thinner sections, because you want to try to remove that color. If you do it in a thick section, it's probably not going to take it out as easy. So take a thin section this way, something that's not too thick, and then when you weave it heavy. like take bigger sections that you're going to color and leave less out. And the more you weave it, you know, she may still have a little bit of dark there, but say the next time we weave it and then the time after that, you know, each time it's going to get, you know, we'll be coloring more blonde and more blonde, so it should be okay. So, and then of course, paint your bleach all the way down. Make sure you get it all good. And then make sure you close your foil well because you don't want it to bleed onto the other hair or slip. Okay, so again, a thin section. I think I even let that one a little big. And then heavy pieces. Like a bigger section in between. Can you see that? I'm just leaving that little bit out and have most of the hair in the foil. When you do bleach too, you want to be careful. You want to get as close to the root as you can, but bleach does expand a little bit, especially if you add heat, which of course you got to be careful with when you're using bleach. You don't want to add too much heat because you don't want to damage their hair. But sometimes when you're lifting a dark color, you may want to add a little bit of heat, so you want to be careful because bleach will expand when it gets hot. And if you're really close to the scalp, then it'll bleed out of your foil and then you'll have bleach spots on the scalp. So you want to be careful with that.
Yeah.
This one?
No, the other one.
Oh, yeah. Just going to add a little bit more 40 volume. If you've mixed bleach before, you'll realize it. You mix it up and it seems to be the perfect consistency, and after it sits for a minute, it thickens a little bit. So always seems like you have to add a little bit more of your developer to get a good consistency. And I'm not, sometimes when you weave, you leave a section in between, and I'm just leaving out the hair that I weave out in between. Depends on what kind of a look they want, how heavy they want their weave to be. So, and of course here, because we're trying to remove the dark, you don't want to leave a lot of hair in between because that'll leave a lot of dark.
So she's doing that middle section up, and then she has two sections to the side. So what you can do is just check out the picture, the before and after. It'll show the dark, and then it'll show the blonde going down, you know, further. My hair's just getting longer, so I just wanted to kind of change the look and see if that'll help, because I can't decide whether I want to chop it off. So you always just try to change the color first. It's always fun to do. Anyway, so we're going to do that. So after this middle section, she's just going to do both of the side sections. So instead of having to sit and watch her put them all in,
Yeah.
then, you know, you can see she's just gonna move to each section. So, you know, that's what you would do, but, so you can just check out the before and after picture and then you'll see the result of it. So thank you.